Drug Health Mart Pharmacy. The right people, the right price, right downtown. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
This is Tara Grody, and People's Savings Bank is excited to announce the Bobcat Debit Card. People's Savings Bank believes in giving back to the communities we serve, and that begins with the school district. Every time you use your Bobcat Debit Card as a credit, People's Savings Bank will give the school district 5 cents. That may not sound like a lot of money, but since starting this program 6 years ago, PSB has been able to give back over $120,000. Open an account online at ourpsb.com or stop by our branch. We are the one with a bright blue roof. Start earning the Bowling Green School District money today just by using your debit card. Member FDIC.
Ingram Plumbing has always been known for its outstanding plumbing service. But did you know that Ingram's is also the largest retail plumbing supply store in the area? We carry Delta faucets, a complete line of Whirlpool tubs and showers, jacuzzi pumps, and many other specialty items. Stop by Ingram Plumbing today, Highway 61, Bowling Green.
Follow area high school sports on KJFM Radio. Brought to you by Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Young Enterprises, and Family Drug.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
It's time now for the Eagle 102 pregame show. Sponsored by Bowling Green Pharmacy.
Gordon Sanders, Marianne Everhart broadcasting from Clopton High School. Clopton tournament action, championship night on the boys' side.
It is. I tell you what, we've had a great game. The first one, Mark Twain came away with the win, 48-37. You know what? We had really good games last night for the girls, Gordon, so we look for that again tonight between Winfield and Louisiana. We expect that one to maybe even be may even end up a little bit on the chippy side here, as Winfield has something to prove after they lost to Ellsbury to Clopton in their matchup. That was a close one. And then Louisiana not happy with their loss to Ellsbury.
There's been lots of strong basketball and a few surprises along the way as well.
It definitely has, and I tell you what, we'll talk a little bit here about how both teams got to where they were. As we mentioned, Louisiana had that tight opening matchup against Mark Twain. They got the win by 4, 55-51. Then came out, didn't have their best game against Ellsbury. They fell by 16, 56-40. And we know that they weren't happy with that one. You could tell by all the Louisiana players' faces when they were done, they were not happy with that finish. They wanted to be in that championship game. As far as Winfield, they opened up, got the only upset per se of the tournament as they defeated Monroe City 67-56 in opening round. Then they went up against Clopton in that game. Like I mentioned, got a little chippy towards the end. Clopton held on, got the win 53-49, and that is now putting the number 5 seed Winfield taking on number 3 Louisiana in this third-place game.
The Louisiana Bulldogs against the Winfield Warriors. That's the game we have coming up in the third-place game tonight, and then immediately following championship action.
That's right. It'll be the Clopton Hawks taking on the Ellsbury Indians. They have already met once this year. Clopton got the win by 2, so Ellsbury feels there's no better revenge on Clopton than to come and take their tournament championship trophies, from what I hear.
One of the fun parts with the Clopton tournament is you have a couple teams that aren't just regular players from week to week in Monroe City and Winfield, but you have a lot of programs that are also very, very familiar with each other.
That is correct. So we'll talk more about that. We've got your keys to the game for you coming up next here at the Clopton Invitational Tournament on Eagle 102.
Clopton Tournament coverage brought to you by Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Northeast Missouri Title Company, and Meyer Implement Company.
It's a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. During the process, I'll work closely with your lender and other professionals to make it as effortless as possible. I'm here with you every step of the way, so when you're ready to buy or sell, call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
Hey, this is Ryan with Mid-America Auto and Towing in Bowling Green, and we've got the lot looking good and ready to go. We've got something for everybody's budget. We have a constant rotation of new inventory, including cars, trucks, and SUVs. So if you're out and you're looking for a new car, come by and see me. The Mid-America Auto and Towing, just off Highway 54 in Bowling Green, is a one-stop shop. Like us on Facebook or check out our website, midamericaautoandtowing.com.
The Mercantile Bank of Louisiana is introducing Merc BK Mobile with the ability to take a picture of your check and deposit it into your Mercantile Bank account. You'll never have to worry about getting to the bank. Find more information by visiting mercbk.com. The Mercantile Bank, located on the corner of 3rd and Georgia Streets in downtown Louisiana. Member FDIC.
High school sports on your area sports leader, Eagle 102. Brought to you by Bowling Green Tractor, Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, and Ingram Plumbing.
Time now for the Eagle 102 Keys to the Game on KJFM, sponsored by Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate in Louisiana.
Our keys to the game for you tonight with Louisiana and Winfield. Gordon, I think that we can all agree that after Wednesday or Thursday night's performance, taking care of the basketball, not allowing those turnovers is going to be the biggest key.
It's amazing. No matter what changes with the game, that's always a key.
That
turnovers have never been a good thing and probably will never be a good thing.
No, it's just kind of like you should always make your free throws. But we've seen a lot of turnovers in this tournament, and they've really come back to bite some teams, especially in the final quarters of the matchup. So taking care of that ball. If Jack Logan could get on track tonight, he's kind of struggled a little bit this week here in tournament action. If he could get on track, that would be helpful for the Bulldogs. And the other big key for the Bulldogs is they're going to have to shut down Peter Nickel, who has some nice outside shooting for Winfield.
And Nickel set some records for Winfield last year. Those have just continued to build this season. And Jack Logan also, another one of those players who, as you mentioned, doesn't catch anybody by surprise. Going into the game that Jack can do an awful lot on the floor, and that's what the other team's got to be prepared for.
Greg Pitzer and I were talking a little bit off air. These two teams, we're going to see if Winfield comes out and has that chip on their shoulder from their last loss that we kind of expect them to have because it was such a tight game. Louisiana has a good job of feeding off of that, and that could play to the Bulldogs' favor this evening if they could get the emotions riled up from Winfield and try to cause them some of those mental turnovers as well. If Louisiana can capitalize on them, it's going to be a good day to be the Dogs. However, if Winfield comes out and they're just mad from their last loss and they're draining points left and right, Bulldogs are going to come up with a new defensive action out there to shut them down.
Yeah, as we've seen over time, that can have one or two effects on a program. Like you said, it can be a catalyst, something you feed off of, or it derails you in your next matchup.
Either way, both teams looking to take some hardware home here from the Clopton Invitational Tournament. We had the same referees as we did the last game, so we can tell you that they're going to call a game probably fairly tight, just like they did the last one. That's Monroe City got in some foul trouble and had some issues with some fouls and sending Mark Twain to the free throw line. I'm not saying that's what won the game for Mark Twain, but they were able to capitalize on those free throws. So both teams going to have to play smart and heads-up basketball and know going into this game you're going to have to really watch the fouls and how you play in this matchup.
Our third place contest will be decided about an hour and a half from now.
That is true. That'll take care of your keys to the game. We got your starting lineups and opening tip coming up next here on Eagle 102.
Clopton Tournament coverage brought to you by McMailer & Sons Backhoe and Excavating, Calumet of Missouri, and Community State Bank of Missouri.
Hi, this is Amy at Community State Bank of Missouri. Did you know we offer health savings accounts? If you have a high-deductible health plan, you may qualify for a health savings account. HSAs are designed to help you save your money to help pay your deductible. Talk to your employer about our health savings account and let them know you want to keep your money right here at home. Community State Bank of Missouri, your hometown community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
Bundle at Pike County Mutual Insurance and save. Ask about the great rates on your personal vehicle, farm trucks, big or small, or even your motorcycle and side-by-sides. Stop by and see myself, Corey Buchanan, or Kathy Gamm at your hometown insurance company since 1895. Pike County Mutual Insurance on the square in Bowling Green.
From the classic cheesesteak and rich crab cakes, a Taste of Philly in Bowling Green is a fan favorite. A meal ready for you before or after the game, and game day jerseys are welcome. Open 7 days a week. A Taste of Philly, Business Highway 54 West in Bowling Green.
The most complete coverage of high school sports is on Eagle 102, and it's brought to you by Mid-America Auto and Towing, the Mercantile Bank, and Pike County Mutual Insurance.
The Eagle 102 starting lineups on KJFM are sponsored by Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy.
Gordon Sanders, Greg Pitzer, Matty Ingram alongside as well for the ball game, which is our third place game tonight. The Louisiana Bulldogs playing host to the Winfield Warriors. And Greg, this is obviously a team that you're very familiar with in Louisiana.
Yeah, extremely familiar. I coached a lot of these kids in football and baseball. I've coached them in basketball growing up as well, so I'm going to be very familiar with them.
Your history with the program, a reminder for anybody who doesn't know, you've played all of these games in the past.
Yeah, so I went to Louisiana. I've played the Clopton tournament here 4 years. Grew up a Bulldog, as you stated, so very, very familiar.
Your family as well?
Yeah, all of my family went to Louisiana, so very historical.
Greg Pitzer alongside for the ball game this evening, our third place game. Coach Pitzer, the Louisiana Bulldogs, right now, underscore, if you will, for those who don't know, maybe they were someplace else football season. Your role in the Louisiana school program.
Yeah, I mean,
as head coach of the Bulldogs, and this is for now how many years?
This was my third year, so going into year 4 this next season. Obviously, I have a big role in the program. A lot of these kids do too as well. I mean, a lot of these seniors, they were a big part of the football program and the rebuilding job that we've done so far.
That's one of the parts of smaller school sports, seeing kids go from program to program. You have a lot of these same athletes contributing on the field that are contributing on the court and the track and so on and so forth, right?
Yeah, absolutely. We've got all of these kids out here tonight for Louisiana play more than one sport. A lot of them play baseball, a lot of them play football and basketball, and a lot of them play track as well. So they're all good kids, and they're all multi-sport athletes. And like you said, in a small school, that's what you got to have, the best athletes playing every sport.
Just minutes away from the tip-off of this ball game, we'll take a look at the starting lineups for both clubs. Coach Pitzer, who do we have starting for the Louisiana Bulldogs?
For the Bulldogs, we've got a senior Wyatt Harrison, senior Latrell Weber. We got a junior Cooper Lumley, another senior Jack Logan, and another senior Kenny McCormick, all starting tonight. Starting
lineups brought to you by Community State Bank. Starting lineups for the Winfield Warriors. Micah Burke wearing 0, Brady Creech, both are juniors. Peter Nickel is a senior, wears number 14 for the Winfield Warriors. Caden Kaneman is a senior, wears number 22. And Caden Palmer, a junior, wears number 30 for Winfield. Those will be our starting lineups for this ball game. Starting lineups more than likely will be introduced here in just a matter of moments as we have basketball action headed your direction from Clopton High School, the third place game, and that's coming up right here on Eagle 102.
Clopton tournament coverage brought to you by the Mercantile Bank, Young Enterprises Incorporated, and Pepsi.
Some of my fondest childhood memories are from volunteering with my grandmother. Helping others was her passion. She'd always say, "The sweetest fruits of life come from serving others." And she was right.
At Shelter Insurance, we strive to make a positive impact in the communities where we work and live.
See me, Tim Jenkins, at 3404 Georgia Street for a free insurance review.
It's a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. Call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Now a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
The best coverage of high school sports on KJFM is brought to you by County Market in Louisiana and Vandalia, Perkins Electrical Services, and Bowling Green Pharmacy.
High school basketball action, Clopton tournament play, our third place game, the Louisiana Bulldogs against the Winfield Warriors. We introduced starting lineups just moments ago. The starting lineups officially being introduced right now. Gordon Sanders alongside with Coach Greg Pitzer, Louisiana Bulldogs head football coach who also knows his way around the basketball court. Was in the previous game with Marianne Everhart. Saw some good action there from Mark Twain in Monroe City.
Yeah, it was a pretty solid game. Mark Twain really came out and kind of just out-physicaled them, and that was the difference in the game.
And Mark Twain took the consolation trophy here at the Clopton tournament. The third place game will be decided almost exactly an hour and a half from now as we're getting ready to tip off. Jack Logan heads to center court along with Caden Kaneman as well. Kaneman will jump for the Winfield Warriors. The Bulldogs will be starting off going from the right to the left of your radio dial. Tip controlled by Louisiana. and bringing the ball across half court, setting up the offense is Latrell Weber. Pass now inside, try to get it in quickly to Logan. The pass from Lumley to Logan goes out of bounds. Last touch by Louisiana.
Yeah, not an ideal start for the Bulldogs there.
Louisiana drops back, no full court pressure. Winfield looks to set up their offense. Outside the arc, the very dangerous Peter Nickel has the ball. He gives it to Brady Creech, and now they're working around left side of the court. Winfield, again, going to be patient with their offense, at least on this first possession. Ball in the hand of the Winfield Warriors. Nickel eyes the three-pointer, contested by Harrison.
And
Harrison's going to get called for the foul. Nickel knocks down the three and will go to the free throw line.
Yeah, Nickel, a very dangerous outside threat. Starts the game off in the and one on a three.
Harrison had to think he was going to get enough of that.
Yeah, and I know Coach Smith's not going to be pleased with him jumping to try and block a shot.
Senior Peter Nickel at the line for a 4-point play to start the game for Winfield. Shots up and good. Louisiana inbounds the ball. Still full court pressure from the Winfield Warriors to start the game. Louisiana breaks it. Lumley with it outside the arc, right side, comes up top to Weber. Left side to McCormick. McCormick's three up off the rim, no good. Winfield comes away with the rebound. Pushing the ball up the court is Brady Creech. Creech is picked up by Wyatt Harrison. Creech now dribbling into the paint. Off the glass with the right hand. Shot drops. 6-0 the score as Winfield jumps out on Louisiana. Still full court pressure. Logan to Harrison. Still in the backcourt. Now cross court to Lumley. McCormick's going to drive baseline. Looks, kick the ball out, and he's called for a travel.
Yeah, I think Kenny should have went ahead and gone up with the layup there. Tried to do a little bit too much. And so far, the flow of the game, I mean, the Bulldogs kind of off to a slow start, and Winfield's off to a good start.
Louisiana drops back. Winfield takes their time coming up court. Shot up, no good by Nickel again. His three-pointer misses. Louisiana rebounds. Quickly up court. Harrison with the ball. Lumley's going to take a three from the top of the arc, and it's good.
And Lumley not usually an outside threat, but wide open there and capitalized.
Just turned the 6-0 start for Winfield into a 6-3 start. Bulldogs trailing by 3. 6 minutes to go in the first quarter of play. Creech with the ball. Now he goes into the paint, gets it to Kaneman. Kaneman puts up the shot, no good, gets his own rebound. He follows, puts it in. 8-3 the score.
Yeah, that's where Louisiana's really struggled this season, is inside, rebounding and in the paint.
Full court pressure still by the Winfield Warriors. Louisiana breaks it. McCormick, three-point shot, right wing. He knocks it down, and it's a 6-8 ball game, 2-point deficit. Louisiana dropping back, no full court pressure. Winfield setting up their offense. Driving in the paint, kicking it out is Micah Burke. Have a shot put up left wing, it's good. Caden Palmer.
That's a fast start for both teams. Really shooting the ball from the outside.
Louisiana trailing by 5. 5 minutes to go in the first quarter of play. Gets it across half court again. It's been full court pressure from Winfield, but Louisiana hasn't necessarily struggled with it. Jack Logan knocks down the three from the left wing.
So far we've had 4 threes in the game and only a little over 3 minutes of action.
Louisiana's trailed by 6. They've trailed by 5. Right now only trailing by 2. Winfield seems fairly patient with their offense. Micah Burke with the ball, and he's fouled.
Yeah, and right now the flow of this game has really been pretty fast-paced. As you stated, Gordon, Winfield's pretty patient. Louisiana, they kind of live and die by the three, and they're willing to shoot it fast.
Ethan Harrison checks into the ball game for the Bulldogs. Cooper Lumley takes a seat. Winfield inbounds the ball. Brady Creech handling at the top of the key. Tries to get around Latrell Weber, and the whistle blows.
Yeah, Latrell just didn't move his feet there. Got caught reaching.
So Winfield will inbound. The trigger man is Caden Kaneman. Gets the ball into Brady Creech. Dishes it off to Nickel. Nickel guarded outside the arc, tries to dribble, loose ball being fought for. Logan's on the floor along with a pair of Warriors.
That's a great hustle by Jack Logan. Something you usually don't see is him on the floor, so that might send a message to the Louisiana team for everyone to hustle tonight, which is something that they need. I know it was emphasized yesterday in practice.
4:18 on the clock. That's what we have left in the first quarter. Winfield up by 2 in the third place game at the Clopton tournament. Nickel tries to go inside. Good D that time by Logan.
Yeah, again, Jack Logan with another good play defensively, forcing the turnover.
Ball went out of bounds, last touch by the Warriors. Warriors still applying full court pressure. Harrison, the inbound man, he gets it to Weber. Now back to Harrison as they patiently look to break the press, get up court. Harrison to Weber, crossed half court now. Skip pass to Logan. Logan fakes the three, drives, looks to pull up, nothing there. Now kicks it back out. McCormick will take the three from the right wing. In and out, no good. Getting the rebound, the follow, and the foul. Harrison, Ethan Harrison.
That was a good job by Logan getting to the paint and creating an inside-out look. And Ethan Harrison with a great rebound and put back up and got fouled.
Didn't make the bucket, but does make the trip to the free throw line. First free throw up, no good. 11-9 our score. Winfield leads by 2, under 4 minutes to go in the first quarter of play.
We'll see if Harrison can knock down the second.
Second one off the back of the rim, no good. Nice rebound by Weber. Weber gets it to Logan. Logan well outside the arc as they work it around right side. Now McCormick finds a cutting Logan, has his shot blocked. Coming away with the rebound is Kamen. Quickly up court, driving, laying the ball off the glass, and in is Brady Creech of the Winfield Warriors to stretch it to a 4-point lead. Louisiana looking to break the press. McCormick this time trying to get the ball to Harrison, just a little outside his reach, goes out of bounds, and the ball's going to go to Winfield.
And this was an issue the other night for the Bulldogs, turnover, and kind of the story of the year is will they take care of the ball or will they not? And right now, through the first quarter, they've got 3 turnovers, so they really need to improve there.
Coming across half court is Brady Creech. He goes left side, gets it to Kaneman. Back to Creech. Eyeing the three, then passing it up as Micah Burke goes inside to Caden Palmer, and Palmer's fouled.
I think that's going to be Wyatt Harrison's second foul, and it is.
3:08 on the clock. 13-9 is the score, with Winfield having an opportunity to stretch that lead at the free throw line. Misses the first free throw. I've heard the rumor that free throws are incredibly important.
Yeah, I mean, the last game we just had Mark Twain really capitalize on free throws, and Monroe City only made, I believe, 1 in the whole game.
Caden Palmer eyeing the second free throw. It's up and it's good. Now a 5-point lead for the Winfield Warriors. Their biggest of the game so far in this first quarter of play is 6. Louisiana's cut the deficit both times and will look to do so again here. Crossed half court, Logan with the ball left side to Lumley, back to Logan at the top of the key. Ethan Harrison setting a screen. Logan dishes it off, and as he's driving baseline, Wyatt Martin into the ball game is fouled. Okay, it looks like they're giving it to Caden Palmer, right? Caden Palmer picks up the foul. The Bulldogs inbound. Lumley to Logan. Logan eyes the three, passes it up. Give and go from Weber to Logan. The ball goes out of bounds.
It's a good pass by Weber there on the cutting Jack Logan. Looks like they got a foul on Palmer again.
Weber inbounding the ball. Gets it to Wyatt Martin, but a foul is called. Harrison picking up the foul, his first of the ball game.
Yeah, that's Harrison's first, and we just changed them down there.
So bringing the ball up court, setting up the offense is Brady Creech. Into the ball game is Daniel Barth for the Winfield Warriors. Creech driving, dishes off to Barth. Barth back to Creech. Creech is guarded by Weber near the free throw line. Gets the ball into the hands of Kamen. Winfield continuing to work it around, looking for something inside. Three-point shot from Nichols. It's good. And I'm pretty sure anytime they can find him open, we know exactly what he's going to do.
Exactly. He's a very good shooter from the outside.
Nichols and Logan may be one of the more notable three-point matchups you could see in the area.
Yeah, Logan's a very good shooter in his own right, and right there he gets fouled going to the hoop. And for him, he needs to get going early in a game. The last two games, he hasn't really gotten himself going offensively, and that's something that the Bulldogs really rely on is his scoring ability.
Jack Logan finds himself at the free throw line. The Louisiana Bulldogs, with exactly 2 minutes to go in the first quarter of play, their biggest deficit so far, trailing by 8. And Logan cuts it to 7, knocking down his first free throw. Checking into the ball game is Sheldon Sylvie. Wyatt Harrison on the bench for Louisiana. Logan misses the free throw but knocks down the shot from the elbow, and it trims the lead to 5. Brady Creech crossed half court. And a foul called away from the ball.
Yeah, I believe they got Kamen on a moving screen there, which you see that called more and more in today's game, is those fouls away from the hoop.
So that foul goes against Winfield, so Louisiana will inbound, and they have another opportunity to trim what is a 5-point lead right now for the Warriors. Jack Logan with the ball at the top of the key, looks to drive into the paint, goes left to Lumley. Lumley finds a cutting Sheldon Sylvie. Sylvie puts it up off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound Winfield, trying to get it quickly up court. Lose hold of the ball for a second, get into the hands of Creech, who's going to reset things on the offense. Gives up his dribble, gets it to Kaneman. Kaneman gives up his dribble in the paint. He's guarded by Weber. 3-point shot put up. It's good. Brady Creech knocks down the 3 for the Warriors.
Yeah, Winfield off to a hot start from the perimeter right now.
8-point lead for the Warriors with 1:05 to go in the first quarter of play. Jack Logan with the ball. He drives. He's going to take the runner off the rim, off the glass, and in. Bucket good for Logan. Brady Creech again looking to set things up in the offense. Gets it in the hands of Nichols. Back to Creech, right wing. Top of the key now to Barth. Left side to Kaneman. Back to Creech at the top of the key. Nichols briefly sees a window for a 3. Passes it up. Sylvie defending Nichols on the left wing as the Warriors working around outside. Find a cutting Kaneman. Kaneman puts the shot up and in.
That was a nice find there to find Kamen on the cut.
More patient offense from the Warriors. 22-14 the score. 20 seconds to go in the first quarter of play. Logan left side to Weber. To Sylvie. Back out to Weber. Now shot put up. Right wing, no good by Wyatt Martin. Rebound corralled by Sheldon Sylvie, and Winfield Warriors batting at it, and fouls called.
And then we're going to get the second on Barth there for Winfield. And, you know, Sylvie's someone who hasn't played a ton in prior games, but he's getting some early time here tonight, guarding nickel.
So far, the Bulldogs have done a pretty good job of not leaving nickel open much, which would have been one of the keys of the game.
Yes, it is, absolutely.
Deep 3 put up by Logan, no good, out of bounds.
Well, it was the end of the quarter.
Right before the buzzer, but there's still almost a second on the clock. Winfield tries to roll it in, and the time's going to expire before a shot can be gotten off. Well, gets one off, but it was after the buzzer. At the end of one, 22-14 is the score. The Winfield Warriors leading the Louisiana Bulldogs.
Clopton Tournament coverage brought to you by Lynn's Heritage House, Knight Equipment Company, and Advanced Physical Therapy.
Hello, this is Brittany Hinkey with Community State Bank of Missouri. Now is the perfect time to start saving for retirement. Community State Bank offers competitive rates on traditional and Roth IRAs. Unlike most investments, some contributions may be tax deductible and will grow either tax deferred or tax free. Come in and see one of our IRA representatives in Troy or Bowling Green to maximize your savings opportunities today. Community State Bank of Missouri, your hometown community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
Area high school sports on Eagle 102. Brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, State Farm Insurance, Cindy Blaylock agent, and Bowie General Services.
bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
Second quarter of play getting ready to get underway. The Winfield Warriors leading the Louisiana Bulldogs 22-14 in this third place game during the Clopton tournament. Coach Pitzer, the first half saw a fair amount of offense.
Yeah, that first quarter, a combined 36 points, so pretty good showing from both teams. Obviously, Winfield made 4 threes, and that goes a long ways.
We'll see who's able to maintain this pace. Weber with the ball. Louisiana has it. Goes left side to Logan. Logan works around to the top of the key. Skips it around to Lumley, who's going to drive into the paint. Try to go down low. Gets it to Martin, who gets the bucket and the foul.
Good pass by Lumley, attacking at the rim and found Martin. And Martin, a good job using his left hand on the finish.
So Martin makes a trip to the free throw line. Martin's a junior for the Bulldogs.
And Wyatt's probably the tallest player on the squad. Not saying a whole lot because Louisiana is not very gifted in height.
Shots up, rolls around, no good. Rebound hauled in by Creech for Winfield, who pushes the ball up court. He's outside the right wing, looks to drive on Lumley. A little bit of body shots up, no good. Martin with the rebound. Gets it to Weber, who's going to bring it across half court for Louisiana. Getting a hand on the ball is Creech. Logan corrals it. Back to Lumley, top of the key, goes left side to Sylvie. Sylvie will take the shot from about 12. Off the back of the rim, no good. Wyatt Martin fighting for the rebound, but Winfield comes away with it. Quickly up court is Winfield. Nichols, good D by Sylvie, not to give him a good look at a three. Now Creech is going to get it back up at the top of the key and reset things into the hands of Nichols. Back to Palmer. Palmer puts up the shot, defended by Martin, no good. Rebound Logan.
Great defense by Wyatt Martin down on the low block there.
Logan down to Sylvie. Sylvie bounce pass to Martin. Martin off the glass and good.
Yeah, Martin with a strong showing here in this second quarter.
Winfield wants to talk about it as their lead has been trimmed to 4. 6:47 to go in the second quarter of play. You're listening to Clopton Tournament action on Eagle 102.
Clopton Tournament coverage brought to you by Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction, Center Locker Service, and PJ's Salon.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Follow area high school sports throughout the season on Eagle 102. Brought to you by Shelter Insurance Agent Tim Jenkins, Veolia Landscape Supply, Royal Banks, and a Taste of Philly.
I have to assume, Greg, if you're looking to draw up a plan for Louisiana to start the second quarter of play, it would look something like that.
Absolutely. That was a great start to the second quarter, and I'm sure Coach Matt Smith is very pleased with that showing. It'll be about, can they sustain this through the rest of the first half here,
Wyatt Martin has made his presence felt.
Yes, he's done a good job on the defensive end, on the low block, contesting shots, and 2 great finishes down low.
Martin still on the court. Logan taking a break. Weber on the court along with Sylvie, Martin, Ethan Harrison, and Kenny McCormick. Winfield working the ball around outside the arc right now, trying to get it into the hands of Nickel. Drug his foot a little, no travel called. Now gets it to Creech, right wing. Creech still being guarded by Weber. Creech gives up his dribble. Now gets it to Logan Keel. Keel trying to go inside that time. I think he was trying to get it to Caden Kaneman. And the Louisiana Bulldogs come away with the turnover. Louisiana now looking to set things up on offense. How does it change for you when you've got Logan off the court with your game plan?
Well, obviously that's going to take away one of your best scorer and one of your better shooters. So these other guys really got to find a way to attack the rim and create some easy shots. Look for McCormick to really step up here.
And as you mentioned, size-wise, Louisiana doesn't have a ton of that, and Logan's part of that equation as well. Louisiana inbounds the ball. Weber drives, then kicks it out. Three-point shot, top of the key, put up by Ethan Harrison, no good. Wyatt Martin fighting for the rebound, ends up on the floor. Winfield comes away with the ball, tries to push it up court quickly, but has to back things out and set up their offense. Good defense and transition by Louisiana.
Yeah, right now, I mean, that's kind of the difference between today and the other night in their game. It's just the effort defensively.
Brady Creech with the ball gives up his dribble at the left elbow. He's being guarded by Wyatt Martin. Three-point shot put up, no good. The three-pointer is missed by Micah Burke, and the rebound was hauled down that time by Wyatt Martin.
Again, Martin.
Spin move by Weber. Weber in the paint. Shots blocked. Creech in transition, guarded by Sylvie. Tries sidestep, put up the shot, and a foul's called.
Yeah, Sylvie tried to take a charge, and Creech did a good job sidestepping him there, and Sylvie wasn't quite set in his attempt.
Not a horrible idea by Sylvie. At least makes the 2 points a little bit more difficult for the Warriors.
Yeah, you never want to give up an easy 2 points, so at least force them to go to the free throw line and earn it.
Brady Creech looking to put up his first. 22-18 is the score. Knocks down the free throw. Makes it 23-18. Stretches it to a 5-point lead for Winfield. 5:17 still on the clock here in the second quarter of play. Brady Creech will get another. Creech's shots up off the front of the rim. No good. Ethan Harrison with the rebound. Not the same kind of defensive pressure that we saw early in the game from Winfield. Louisiana quickly across half court. Weber with the ball. Keeps his foot down as he looks to go right. Nothing there. Goes left to McCormick. McCormick dishes it off to Ethan Harrison. Got to swing it back around to Weber. McCormick sees a three from the right wing and knocks it down.
That's a big shot from Kenny McCormick. Louisiana needs him to get hot.
2-point game. 23-21 is the score. Less than 5 minutes to go in the first half. Brady Creech has the ball left wing, backs it out near the hash mark. Now tries to drive inside, kicks it. Right side shot up, no good. Missed by Micah Burke, the three-pointer from the right wing. Louisiana quickly down court in transition. Sheldon Sylvie puts the ball off the glass, good for two, and ties it up.
Excellent finish by Sylvie again, getting his defender in the air and finishing through contact.
Louisiana drops back as Winfield brings it up court, looks to set up their offense. Burke gets the ball to Keel. Keel to Creech. Creech guarded by Weber is going to spin in the paint. Nice shot with his left hand.
Very tough finish by Creech there. Not bad defense, just a better finish.
Weber gets it to McCormick, back to Weber. Weber will look to bring it across half court and get it back to Kenny McCormick, who's over on the left wing. Well outside the arc. Looks to drive, nothing there. Bounce pass inside, trying to get it to Wyatt Martin.
Yeah, good find by Kenny. You heard Coach Smith asking for Martin to post up, and he did just that and drew a foul. That's going to send him to the line for another one-on-one.
Weber takes a seat. Logan checks into the game.
It's also 2 fouls on Nickel, which is big for Winfield.
Maybe being reminded of that by Coach as he pulls him to the sideline there.
Yeah, I would say the coach is definitely reminding him of that. He can't afford to get another cheap one here in the first half.
Lumley's back into the game. Sylvie's taking a seat. Wyatt Martin knocks down the free throw. He brings it back to a 1-point game, 25-24 with 3:43 on the clock.
Right now the second quarter's been back and forth, but Louisiana, ever since the start of the second quarter, has really played a lot better.
Martin's second free throw ties it up at 25. Winfield Warriors get it into hands of Nickel. Now to Barth, swinging it around into the hands of Burke, who hasn't found his stroke yet from three-point. Back into the hands of Brady Creech at the top of the key, left side to Nickel. Nickel being guarded by Lumley. Nickel picks up his dribble around the free throw line. Gets the ball to Keel. Keel kicks it back out to Barth. Trying to go inside that time to Brady Creech, and a foul's going to be called.
Yeah, I think McCormick picked up his second. One of the things you're seeing Louisiana do with Nickel is they're guarding him by committee, so they're kind of switching in and out who's guarding him, really making it tough on him, not letting him get any openings.
Brady Creech finds himself at the free throw line. He'll have a chance to break this 25-all tie. Off the rim, no good. Rebound, Ethan Harrison. Harrison to McCormick. Louisiana cross half court. McCormick's going to drive. Has the ball knocked out of bounds by Barth.
That's something you really don't see a lot from McCormick, is him going to the rim, but I think that's something that Louisiana needs.
McCormick's going to be the trigger man as Louisiana inbounds the ball. McCormick to Wyatt Martin. Martin Puts up the shot off the glass. Is
Another
good.
tough finish. Martin's really played well here in the second quarter.
McCormick saw him open, hollered for him, still got it to him, and plenty of time to put it off the glass and in. Louisiana takes the lead, 27-25. Nichols.
Again, pretty good defense by Lumley there.
Put up the three. It was no good. Louisiana gets the rebound. Up court now, Logan's got the ball at the top of the key. Goes inside to Martin. Martin up and in.
Martin really asserting himself here in the second quarter.
4-point lead for Louisiana. 29-25 is the score with 2:25 to go in the first half. Micah Burke to Barth. Right side into the hands of Sean Nickel. Nickel forced out of bounds. Trying to save it is Winfield, and the ball's collected by Wyatt Martin. Martin dishes it off to Logan. Logan quickly up court. He's going to lay it off the glass and in with a whistle.
Huge finish there for Jack Logan, and Louisiana's really gone on a nice run here. Logan with the and one.
Coach Smith having drawn up a nice second quarter game plan.
Yeah, he's got a little smile on his face, which is always good.
Wyatt Martin, who wasn't in the starting lineup for Louisiana, has come off the bench to, as you said, really assert himself here, especially in the second quarter.
Yeah, he's got 10 points off the bench, which is huge for Louisiana.
Logan's free throw's up and good. 32-25 the score. 7-point lead for Louisiana with 2:07. We've got a timeout for the Bulldogs. You're listening to Clopton Tournament action on Eagle 102.
Clopton Tournament coverage brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, Bolin Chevrolet, Sun Window Company, and Rick Rodhouse Insurance Agency.
Think about all that's important to you, your family, your possessions, and your future. Pick up the phone and call Rick Rodhouse from Country Financial. He, along with his staff, will assist you with insurance coverage to protect what matters most, in addition to preparing you for the future. Best of all, Rick will take the time to get to know you and find solutions for your budget. For coverage you need at a price you can afford, contact Rick Rodhouse Insurance Agency in Pleasant Hill to chat about your insurance needs today.
The area's best coverage of high school sports on Eagle 102, brought to you by Pike County Health Department, People's Savings Bank, and All Parts.
Bulldogs obviously looking to finish this first half strong after trailing most of the first quarter, actually trailing most of the first half.
Yeah, they were down 22-14 after the first. It's really been a swing right here. And
Creech drives, good defense that time by Wyatt Martin. Lumley now with the ball outside the arc. He drives into the paint, puts up the shot off the glass, no good. Martin keeps the ball alive, and a foul's going to be called.
And that's going to be on Donovan Richards. Interesting to note that he hasn't played since the Monroe City tournament, a severe ankle sprain, so it's really good to see him back out there for the Bulldogs.
He steps on the court, picks up a foul.
Yeah, that might just be a little bit of shaking off some rustiness.
7-point lead for Louisiana with 1:39 left to go in the first half of play. Third place action here at the Clopton tournament. At the free throw line is Micah Burke. The junior puts up the free throw. It's good. Trims the deficit to 6 for the Winfield Warriors. Burke gets another. That one's up and in. Trims the Bulldogs lead to 5. 32-27, 137 as Jack Logan brings it across court. Gets it to Richards. Back to Logan. Back to Richards. Back to Logan, staying well outside the arc. Seem to be fine, killing plenty of time here.
Yeah, it looks like Winfield's going to a little bit of a zone. So Louisiana's going to stall out some clock here.
Louisiana battling back in the second quarter, taking a lead after trailing by as many as 8 in the ballgame.
I'd say Smith wants to wind this all the way down if he can and get the last shot. We got about a minute to go here.
Something that might not be an option in future years.
No, it may not be.
Richards outside the arc, bounce pass. Nice look that time from Lumley to Wyatt Martin, who misses the shot but gets his own rebound. Ball goes out of bounds, last touch by the Warriors.
That was a great find by Lumley, and Martin just couldn't quite finish that one. Still having a strong game.
One of the few buckets he hasn't converted.
Yeah, I believe that's his first miss of the night.
Richards, the trigger man, gets it in to Wyatt Martin. Martin up top now to Logan. 44 seconds on the clock. Richards back to Logan. And again, with that defensive setup of the Warriors, Louisiana's fine killing more clock. We made a reference to the shot clock, which more and more states have put in place, and Missouri's talking about.
Yeah, Missouri has talked about it. I think the biggest issue is finding people to run the shot clock the correct way and then having to pay them. In small schools, it's pretty tough to find.
Nobody's down on the blocks right now as Louisiana's pulled out. Winfield's guarding them. Now Louisiana's starting to move it around with less than 10 seconds to go up top. Wyatt Martin, Jack Logan. Logan goes to Richards. Richards will take the three from the left wing. No good. Rebound. Put back and up and in by Martin.
Count it. Wyatt Martin again.
Strong rebound. Got the finish for the bucket. Right before the buzzer, 34-27 is the score. Louisiana leads by 7 going into half. Third place action at the Clopton tournament. Halftime on the way.
The Eagle 102 halftime report is coming up. Brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Wait, there's more. They also offer several options for internet service with Viasat, HughesNet, and AT&T. Hold on, there's still more. They can also do security system installations, have TVs in stocks, mounts, and cables. Now a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
Northeast Missouri Title Company is proud to serve Louisiana and the surrounding areas. They also believe, much like the area athletes, hard work and dedication are what lead to a winning team. Northeast Missouri Title Company wishes all area athletes the very best this season and hopes to see everyone out supporting their favorite teams with excitement and good sportsmanship. Northeast Missouri Title Company at 4th and Tennessee Streets in Louisiana.
Building your forever home can be complicated, but your construction loan doesn't have to be. If you're thinking about building, come see the knowledgeable loan staff at Silex Banking Company. We have the experience to help you through the process, a cost-effective mentality, and the dedication to give you individualized service. For your home construction loan, see Silex Banking Company, your locally owned and operated independent bank. Silex Banking Company, equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Pepsi Cola Bottling Company is a proud sponsor of the local school. See Mountain Dew, Sundrop, or the all-new Starry Lemon Lime. If you are wanting something other than soda, enjoy Bubbler, Clarbrun Water, Lipton Teas, Gatorade, and more. Pepsi Cola Bottling Company in New Haven and Bowling Green wishes all the area athletes a great season.
Area high school sports on Eagle 102. Brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center, Pike County Memorial Hospital, and Community State Bank of Missouri.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
It's now time for the Eagle 102 halftime report on KJFM, sponsored by Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
At the half, Gordon Sanders, Greg Pitzer, 34-27 is the score. The Louisiana Bulldogs lead the Winfield Warriors in the third place game at the Clopton tournament, in a ball game that really saw Winfield controlling the tempo and the scoreboard right out the gates.
Yeah, Winfield came out pretty hot. They made 4 quick threes in the first quarter and only had 5 points in the second quarter. Though Louisiana really stepped up the defensive effort and the rebounding, and Wyatt Martin came off the bench and had 12 points in that second quarter, which was huge.
Anytime Louisiana seemed to draw close, especially in that first quarter of play, because they trailed by 6 and then by 5 and then by 5 again, they would get within 2, and then Winfield would open it up again.
Yeah, and I think, like you stated, they were just staying close, which is a good thing throughout the game. You don't always have to take the lead or keep it tied, but just stay close and then wait for your opportunity.
And that's now flipped, and I think we're on the same page as to what we attribute kind of that flip to, right?
Yeah, I mean, just the defensive effort, and again, Wyatt Martin off the bench. And Jack Logan's also had a very, very strong start to this game as well, which is something that the Bulldogs always need, is him to get going in the scoring column.
And the upside from a Bulldog standpoint would be Jack Logan had a strong start to the game but hasn't hit that hot stretch that he does from time to time, so he could still have that in his hip pocket.
Absolutely. I mean, he made the 1 3, but most of it, his other 8 points have been at the free throw line and then just getting to the rim, which is something he's really improved on in the last 2 years, whereas he used to just be a shooter. Now he can go to the rim, do a little bit more offensively. He's harder to guard.
So as a Winfield Warrior fan, you would say, well, we're down by 7, but so far Nichols not really in the equation. So if he gets hot, same kind of thing like that Logan factor. If Peter Nichols can get some open shots and shoot the ball, what would Winfield need to do different? Because the Bulldog intensity does seem to be there.
Well, right now, Winfield needs to do a better job of guarding the paint. They're giving up some easy buckets, really, some 2-foot, 4-foot shots. So that's number one, probably what I'd be saying in the halftime. And then on the offensive side, they just need to create some more inside outlooks. The ball's just swinging around the perimeter too much. They need to attack the rim a little more, in my opinion.
This third-place game at the Clopton tournament sees the Louisiana Bulldogs up 34-27 over the Winfield Warriors. We'll take a look at scoring, see exactly who's where for both ball clubs as we continue on with the Cellular and Satellite halftime show on Eagle 102.
Clopton tournament coverage brought to you by Pogue Ford, Silex Banking Company, and Bowling Green Veterinary Clinic.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Wait, there's more. They also offer several options for internet service with Viasat, HughesNet, and AT&T. Hold on, there's still more. They can also do security system installations, have TVs in stocks, mounts, and cables. Now a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
Lynn's Heritage House in Louisiana offers affordable, home-like senior living, enabling your loved ones the independence they want and the services they need. Staffed 24 hours a day with low resident-to-staff ratio and designated areas to visit your loved ones safely, rest assured Lynn's Heritage House provides peace of mind for you and those you love. So if you or someone you know is ready for a retirement home or need care from a hospital stay or surgery, Lynn's Heritage House has rooms ready. Call to set up a tour and visit soon, 754-4020, or visit 800 Kelly Lane in Louisiana.
Hi, this is Brock Mitchell, and I am a physical therapist with Advanced Physical Therapy in Bowling Green. At Advanced Physical Therapy, we treat everything from sports injuries to work rehabilitation, arthritis, and post-surgical rehabilitation. This includes spinal care, balance issues, and vestibular treatment. You have a choice when it comes to physical therapy, and we hope you choose Advanced Physical Therapy. Conveniently located across from Bowling Green High School on Business 61. Call us today to schedule your next physical therapy appointment at 573-324-6079.
Don't have time to stop by the bank? That's not a problem if you're a customer of People's Bank and Trust. With our mobile and online banking service, you can now bank from anywhere. Deposit checks, pay bills, transfer funds between accounts, check the latest activity on your account, and view images of your checks, all from the convenience of your desktop and smartphone. So start banking on your schedule and download the People's Bank and Trust app today. People's Bank and Trust, hometown banking the way it should be. Member FDIC.
Follow area high school sports on KJFM Radio. Brought to you by Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Young Enterprises, and Family Drug.
Halftime's winding down. The Louisiana Bulldogs and the Winfield Warriors both out on the court. Gordon Sanders along with Greg Pitzer for this third-place game from Clopton High School. We talked about the scoring and some of the key players for both ball clubs. The official breakdown of scoring from the first half, Greg?
We'll start with the Bulldogs. They scored 34 total points. Wyatt Martin led with 12 off the bench. Logan had 11. McCormick had 6. Lumley with 3. And Sylvie with 2. And then for Winfield, Creech had 10. Nickel had 7. Burke had 5. Kaneman had 4. And Palmer with 1 to close out.
If my radio math is correct, basically we saw a 15-point swing from the end of the first quarter, right?
Yeah, we did. The Bulldogs were down by 8 after the first, and they're now leading by 7. So quite the swing in the game. And we'll see really the first 3 minutes of this second half will really dictate the flow of the rest of the game.
We'll take a look and see who ends up going out on the court first for the Louisiana Bulldogs and for the Winfield Warriors. You keyed on something very important for Bulldog fans. Late in the second quarter, we saw an appearance on the court from somebody who we haven't seen in a little while.
Yeah, Donovan Richards, his first appearance since, I want to say, the second round of the Monroe City tournament.
Which sounds right.
Been fighting a bad ankle sprain, so it's good to see him out there. I know it'll really make him happy, and his teammates like to see him out there. So it's important for him to get healthy down the stretch here, heading into the rest of conference play and February down the road.
And as you mentioned earlier, Jack Logan carries an awful lot for the Louisiana Bulldogs, but you obviously have to have other key players step up. Wyatt Martin has been huge this evening, and you've had contributions elsewhere as well, but if you can put a spotlight on somebody, Martin obviously made himself a strong candidate, but we know Richards has that potential also.
Yeah, Donovan has the great ability to create on offense, which is something that the Bulldogs they've lacked and had to kind of find without him. And they're doing a good job tonight of finding it, really.
Getting ready to start the second half of play. That will be coming up for you in just moments. The score is 34-27 right now. The Louisiana Bulldogs get final words of instructions from Coach Smith and head out on the court. It's going to be Jack Logan along with Kenny McCormick, Latrell Weber, Cooper Lumley, and also Wyatt Harrison. So going with the same starting five.
Yeah, but it looks like the starters for both squads, in fact.
No, and I believe you're correct. So we've got Micah Burke along with Brady Creech, Peter Nickel, Caden Kindman, and also Caden Palmer on the floor for the Winfield Warriors. The Warriors will inbound the ball, and the trigger man's going to be Micah Burke at half court as the second half of action gets ready to get underway. Burke inbounds the ball to Creech, who's the floor general, handling most of the offense for the Winfield Warriors. Swing it around and run their offense. Creech loses the handle on it for a moment at the top of the key, gets it right back. Three-point shot put up from the right wing, no good. Hauling in the rebound that time is Palmer. And Winfield quickly kicks it out, then driving into the paint, putting up the shot, having it blocked. It looked like Jack Logan.
Yeah, I believe Jack got his hand on it.
Jack blocked the shot put up by, I think it was Micah Burke. And now at the other end of the court, Latrell Weber has it for Louisiana. Logan outside the arc, double teaming him where they can. Weber, right wing, Logan swings it around now to McCormick. Now up top is Lumley, back into the hands of Logan on the right wing. Louisiana now going from the left to the right of your radio dial. Turnaround shot put up on the blocks by Lumley, no good. Rebound Winfield. Quickly up court, driving, putting the ball off the glass is Palmer.
Not the greatest start for the Bulldogs to the second half.
Palmer makes the bucket. That trims it to a 5-point lead for Louisiana. Now quickly driving, putting up a shot. It's no good. Logan looks for the foul, doesn't get it. In transition, Nichols ahead to Burke. Burke lays it off the glass. It's good, and Louisiana wants to talk about it.
Yeah, good timeout by Coach Matt Smith there. Go ahead and calm the boys down.
3-point lead for Louisiana after a quick start from Winfield. You're listening to Clopton Tournament action on KJFM Radio.
Clopton Tournament coverage brought to you by Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Northeast Missouri Title Company, and Meyer Implement Company.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Wait, there's more. They also offer several options for internet service with Viasat, HughesNet, and AT&T. Hold on, there's still more. They can also do security system installations, have TVs in stocks, mounts, and cables. Now a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
High school sports on your area sports leader, Eagle 102. Brought to you by Bowling Green Tractor, Vicki Cadwalder, Real Estate, and Ingram Plumbing.
The Bulldogs break the Warriors' press off that inbounds, and a foul's going to be called quickly. It's Creech, I believe, picking it up.
Yeah, Creech picked up kind of a cheap one away from the hoop there, just trying to reach on McCormick.
So Louisiana will inbound again. Wyatt Harrison, the trigger man. Still the starters on the court for both ball clubs. Weber goes left side to McCormick, who's been quiet for a little while. Back to McCormick, back to Logan. Logan looks to back in, see if he's double teamed. Spins, puts up the shot, in and out, no good. Rebound collected by Creech. And the Warriors going to set up their offense again. It's Harrison on Nichols right now. Bounce pass inside to Creech, who's guarded by Weber. He's going to look to get the shot.
Strong move to the hoop by Creech there.
He knows how to finish from either side.
Yeah, very, very crafty finish.
Logan to Harrison. Back to Logan, back to Harrison. Cross half court. Lumley with it now to Harrison up top to Logan. Logan's going to flash in the paint. McCormick puts up the three, partially blocked. Logan gets the rebound, and it goes out of bounds.
Looks like it's going to be 2 shots for Logan. McCormick's shot got blocked, and Logan was just in the right spot at the right time. And really, this is big for the Bulldogs. They just need to calm down, get on the board in the second half, and start playing like they did the second quarter.
It's a 1-point game right now. 34-33 is the score. 5:32 to go in the third quarter of play. Logan puts the free throw up and in.
Also, Creech picked up his 3rd foul, which is something to watch for.
He's a big part of how they move the ball around on their offense. Logan's 2nd free throw is up and in, so it's back to a 3-point lead, and number 4 back in the game for Louisiana.
Yep, Martin right back into the game.
Martin's in. McCormick takes a seat. Pass a little bit too hard that time. Delivered from Caden Kindman, just goes out of bounds. Touched by, I'm not sure anybody, but last touch by the Warriors, so Louisiana will inbound. Full court pressure still from Winfield. Logan gets it to Weber. Weber crossed half court. Now to Harrison. Wyatt left open, puts up the 3, no good. Rebound collected by Martin, loses it momentarily, gets it back, but he's fouled.
That's going to be a 3 on Nickel as well. Great rebound by Martin. Probably a little bit too fast a shot by Wyatt Harrison than what Coach Matt Smith would like.
No, and you might be right. I think Martin does have Logan by a little bit, doesn't he, height-wise?
Yeah, it might be by an inch or so. It's hard to tell. Jack's got his hair in the braids.
Wyatt Harrison at the top of the key goes left side to Martin. Martin inside to Logan. Logan sees what's there, turns, puts up a shot, and the foul's going to be called on the floor.
So 3 quick fouls for Winfield.
The foul go against Kindman.
Oh, they gave it to Creech. I thought it was on Kindman.
So that's a big one for Winfield. They call a timeout, and we'll talk about that when we come back. The Bulldogs lead the Warriors 36-33. You're listening to area high school basketball action on Eagle 102.
Clopton tournament coverage brought to you by McMailer & Sons Backhoe and Excavating, Calumet of Missouri, and Community State Bank of Missouri.
This is Tracy Brookshire with Pike County Health Department Home Health and Hospice. Did you know our agency currently offers over 30 programs and services to our communities? The Women, Infant, and Children's Program, infant through adult immunizations, car seat safety courses, diabetes counseling, and of course our amazing home health and hospice programs, just to name a few. Learn more by visiting our website at pikecountyhealth.org and see what services you and your family could benefit from.
The most complete coverage of high school sports is on Eagle 102, and it's brought to you by Mid-America Auto and Towing, the Mercantile Bank, and Pike County Mutual Insurance.
Less than 5 minutes to go in the third quarter of play. 36-33 is the score. Wyatt Martin back on the court still for the Louisiana Bulldogs, who kind of made his presence felt a little bit there from a rebounding standpoint, just checking back in. But the big news would be the foul on Brady Creech.
Yeah, 4 fouls on Creech is huge.
Louisiana gets the ball into the hands of Logan, who puts up the shot. It's no good, and another foul is called.
That's going to send Logan back to the line for 2.
And understandably, Creech not on the court now for Winfield.
Yeah, he'll have to sit out probably the rest of this third quarter, I would think, and we'll see how early Winfield's coach wants to get him back into the game in the fourth.
Logan puts up the free throw. It's good. Stretches it to a 4-point lead.
Right now it's important for Louisiana to capitalize with Creech on the bench.
Logan's second free throw, also good. Winfield gets it up court quickly. Shots put up by Nichols as he looks to drive, and a foul's called.
I believe that one's going to be on Mr. Martin. Picks up his first.
It's going to send Nichols to the free throw line. Chance to bite into the lead. Nichols, a solid free throw shooter, as you might expect.
And this is the one guy Louisiana does not want to get going right now with Creech on the bench. Don't let Nichols get hot.
Louisiana's looked to keep the ball out of his hands most of the game and has done a pretty good job.
They really have, and as I said earlier, done it by a select few people. They've done a great job.
Nichols misses his second free throw. Lumley gets the rebound. Loose ball now as Louisiana's trying to break that Winfield press. Gets it back, finally does. Cross half court now, Weber to Harrison. Harrison's going to drive into the paint, kick it out to Lumley. Lumley to Weber, looks for Logan, nothing there. He drives and tries to kick it to him. Jack takes the three, left side. It's up, no good. Loose ball being fought for. Loose on the floor, bodies all over, and it goes out of bounds, saying last touch by Louisiana. That was Wyatt Martin on the floor.
Yeah, great hustle from the Dogs there, from Wyatt Harrison and Wyatt Martin, both on the floor at a different time.
Louisiana drops back. Wyatt Harrison staying close to Nichols. They're not planning on losing sight of him. Winfield's looking to set things up on offense. Wyatt's paying no attention to anything else that's going on other than staying on top of Nichols. Shots up and good by Winfield, and that was a three.
Yeah, big shot by Burke there for three. Then we got a quick turnover by Weber and the Bulldogs. Gets the ball back to Winfield.
So what Winfield was hoping for, as we talked before, was that they wouldn't lose a ton of ground with Creech on the bench.
Yeah, they've actually picked up some ground here, which is huge for the Indians, or excuse me, the Warriors.
38-37 the score. Winfield with the ball. They inbound. Looking to take their first lead of the second half on this possession would be the Winfield Warriors. Nichols with the ball. He's being hounded by Harrison. Now up top, driving into the paint, having to give it up, then getting the ball to Nichols was Palmer. Now back to Palmer. Palmer left wing three-point shot off the rim. No good. Logan comes away with the rebound. Taking advantage of his height there. Gets it to Martin. Now cross court to Harrison. And Louisiana will look to stretch this, what has been trimmed to a 1-point lead. Defender calls for the foul and gets it.
Yeah, that was the second time. Harrison kind of got away with a push off the first time, and the refs got him that time. Good pressure from Winfield to force it.
Sean Nichols for the Winfield Warriors noticed the forearm the first time and made that very public, and then got another forearm from Harrison.
Second time he made it public as well.
Driving baseline, putting the shot up off the glass, no good. It was Burke missing it. Logan getting the rebound. Logan quickly ahead to Wyatt Martin. Martin off the glass and good.
There's Martin getting himself going again in transition. Good find by Logan.
40-37 the score. Less than 3 minutes to go in the third quarter of play. Third place action at the Clopton tournament. So we've been providing coverage all week long. Nichols just inside the arc, no good. Ball goes off the rim. Logan now gets it ahead to Wyatt Martin. Martin kicks it out to Harrison. Harrison, three-point shot right wing. No good, and it's McCormick collecting the rebound. Nice pass.
Yeah, good find by Kenny, and another foul by Winfield inside.
The fouls are adding up for the Winfield Warriors. This is going to be, I believe, their sixth team foul already.
Yeah, so Louisiana's going to have a chance to get into the bonus again very early.
That's the first foul on Burke. Louisiana inbounding. Haven't seen Donovan Richards yet in the second half.
There's a big finish by Martin again on the inbounds pass, and one. Chance to make it a three-point play.
Nice quick inbounds play for the Louisiana Bulldogs. They get the bucket and the foul, stretch the lead to 5.
Martin's just really had a strong showing in this game. Very impressive so far.
Martin's free throws in, out, and back in. Rolls around, it's good. Turns it into a three-point play. Bringing the ball across half court is Sean Nickel. At the top of the key with it now is Palmer. He goes left side to Kindman. Kindman drives, has it blocked by Martin.
Again, Wyatt Martin.
Strong presence in the paint for the Louisiana Bulldogs, contributed by Martin this evening. Winfield has the ball back. They're working it outside the arc. Looking to drive is Sean Nichols. Stolen away by Martin. Martin's going to drive length of the court, off the glass. No good. Blocked by the rim. Winfield comes away with it. In transition now, looking to drive, put up the shot, which is also no good, was Micah Burke, and it's Logan with it. Now he's quickly going to go down court, back to Martin. Martin off the glass and good.
He can make the tough ones, but the easy finish, he bricked. Good pass by Jack Logan again.
Would that possibly be the phrase you hear from time to time, which is too open?
Yeah, I would say so. He might have got a little bit nervous that he was so open.
Peter Nickel gets it to Palmer. Palmer up top now as we continue to work the ball around for the Winfield Warriors. Going into the paint this time. Bounce pass down low to the smaller Nickel. Nickel's nothing there. Nichols gets the ball to Keel. Keel has the shot blocked.
Blocked by Martin again.
Logan quickly up court. Lumley with it. tries to get inside to Martin, loose ball, and it's the Warriors who come away with it. Now out ahead is Kaneman. Kaneman drives and lays the ball up and in. Timeout, Winfield. 45-39 the score. The Louisiana Bulldogs lead the Winfield Warriors. Clopton tournament action on Eagle 102.
Clopton tournament coverage brought to you by the Mercantile Bank, Young Enterprises Incorporated, and Pepsi.
Your car, your stuff, your savings. Combine your auto and renter's insurance with a call to State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana. And let Cindy show you how to put life back in your life insurance. Auto, home, and life. Make your wallet happy. Here to help life go right, State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana.
The best coverage of high school sports on KJFM is brought to you by County Market in Louisiana and Vandalia, Perkins Electrical Services, and Bowling Green Pharmacy.
Had a quick timeout. The tempo of the game picked up significantly in the last couple minutes.
Yeah, it really has. With Creech on the bench, Winfield still found a way to keep it close. And just relaying back to the common message, I mean, Logan and Wyatt Martin are both having strong games.
45-39 the score, 104 left to go in the third quarter of play. Bulldogs inbound, still full court pressure from Winfield. Bulldogs break it quickly. Martin has it, gets it to Weber. Weber's out near midcourt, being guarded by Barth. Weber still with his dribble, goes right side to Logan. Logan sees an opening, puts the shot up from about 10, no good. Martin keeps it alive, but it ends up being in the hands of the Winfield Warriors, and it's Nichols quickly up court. Nichols is now being guarded by McCormick. Looking to drive inside that time was Sean Nickel, and the reach around foul going to be called, I think, on Weber.
Yep, it'll be on Weber, just not moving his feet and kind of playing lazy defense there.
McCormick's out. And Donovan Richards back in the ball game. If you missed it in the first half, the first time we've seen Richards in a while. Winfield Warriors, 30 seconds left in this third quarter of play. They're going to run their offense. They're outside the arc right now. Keel with the ball, gets it to Sean Nickel. Peter Nickel, also in the ball game for Winfield, has a relatively quiet evening up until this point. Barth cuts, not open. Winfield's outside the arc, moving around, less than 10 seconds on the clock now, 6. Nickel has to give it up, looking to drive, put up the shot. It's contested. He's fouled. The bucket doesn't go, but the whistle blows with 1.6 seconds.
Yeah, good shot fake by Kindman there to get to the rim and getting fouled with just about a second to go in this quarter. Chance of closing on the lead again.
The Bulldogs are up by 6, 45-39, but Kindman has a chance to bite into that from the free throw line. His first is up off the front of the rim, no good. Lumley takes a seat as Ethan Harrison comes back into the ball game for Louisiana.
It's important to rebound right here for the Bulldogs on a miss.
And the Warriors have all but conceded the rebound. Second free throw's up. It's good. 45-40 the score. 1.6 seconds on the clock. Louisiana not a lot of time on their inbound.
And Winfield's not going to allow him to roll it.
Logan gets it. Three-quarter court heave, no good, out of bounds. That's where we end the third quarter of play, 45-40. The Louisiana Bulldogs leading the Winfield Warriors in third place action on Eagle 102.
Clopton tournament coverage brought to you by Lynn's Heritage House, Knight Equipment Company, and Advanced Physical Therapy.
Bowling Green Tractor wants to change the way you think about yard work with their Ego 56-volt ARC lithium battery-powered lawnmowers, weed eaters, blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws. At Bowling Green Tractor, you can walk in and see for yourself just how easy these products are to handle. Bowling Green Tractor, your home for Ego. Power beyond belief.
Area high school sports on Eagle 102. Brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, State Farm Insurance, Cindy Blaylock agent, and Bowie General Services.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
Gordon Sanders along with Greg Pitzer from Clopton High School. If there was one quarter that maybe got a little bit sloppy at times, might it have been the third?
Yeah, I would say the third quarter for the Bulldogs. A little bit sloppy. I mean, just weren't as many opportunities to score as they had in the second quarter. but they still retain a 5-point lead heading into the last quarter here.
The Winfield Warriors weathered about 5 minutes on the bench from their floor general, if you will, Brady Creech, who runs most of their offense. He's back into the ball game with 4 fouls.
Yeah, it'll be important for him to kind of play hands off and not pick up any cheap fouls here. As you said, he's very important for their success.
Louisiana with the ball. They go inside to Martin. Martin puts up the shot and finishes strong again.
Another good left-hand finish from Martin.
So Louisiana starts off the fourth quarter with a bucket and stretches their lead to 7 points. And Winfield now sets up their offense. Ball's back in the hands of Creech. The offense seems much more deliberate with Creech in the game.
Yeah, it definitely flows a lot better with him out there. The ball moves around the perimeter. He's a real creator.
Creech is guarded by Richards. 3-point shot from Nichols. Found a little window and knocked it down.
And that's what the Winfield's looking for. Find him any sort of opening at all and let it fly.
One fan base has been looking for that all game long. The other has been hoping not to see it.
Yep.
Donovan Richards with the ball at the top of the key. He's going to be guarded by Creech. Wyatt Martin outside the arc. Now into the hands of Logan, who eyes the deep 3 and passes it up.
He definitely thought about it there.
It's a 4-point lead for the Louisiana Bulldogs after that 3-pointer from Nickel. Logan's working the block, seeing what space he has. Turnaround shot off the rim, no good. Rebound hauled in by Richards. Richards trying to get it out. Martin finds it, puts up the shot. It's no good. And it's Creech who comes away with the rebound for Winfield. He's going to look to push it up court quickly. And we've got a pair of bodies on the floor.
Yeah, Richards just got kind of caught behind Creech there, and Creech put the brakes on him and led to them both on the floor.
So a tackle for a short gain.
Yeah.
Winfield will inbound the ball. Nickel, the trigger man. He's guarded by Weber. Get in up top to Kindman. Now to Creech, then left side to Burke. Into the hands of Nickel. Nickel's being guarded by Weber. And again, the Bulldogs trying to stick to Nickel like glue. Driving into the paint, then kicking it out that time is Burke. Trying to get it to a cutting Creech. Good D that time by Richards. Louisiana quickly up court. Martin dishes off to Harrison. Nothing there, though.
That was a good find by Martin to save him from going out of bounds, and Harrison was just too far into the rim.
Headed the other direction would be Winfield. Putting up the shot is Palmer, and we're going to have a foul called.
Yeah, looked clean from here, but Richards is going to pick up his 3rd foul and send Palmer to the line.
Richard gets his 3rd foul in limited playing time. And it puts the Warriors back at the free throw line, trying to bite into that 4-point deficit they're facing right now. 6 minutes to go in this ball game. 3rd place action from the Clopton tournament. The free throws put up by Palmer. It's no good. And he gets another. Palmer's 2nd free throw is up and in, making it a 3-point ball game. 17 fouls for the Warriors, 16 fouls for the Bulldogs at this point. No real pressure that time as Louisiana brings it across half court. Weber, right side to Martin, back to Weber. Swinging around is Jack Logan. Drives into the paint, nothing there. Kicks it out to Richards. And Louisiana working it around, trying to set something up on offense. Richards sees a little opening, gets the ball to Harrison, who passes up the open shot from the left baseline and kicks it back out.
Louisiana showing a lot of patience right now. And Winfield's done a pretty good job of not letting Logan get going in the second half.
Richards with the ball outside the arc, gets back to Logan. Logan sees an opening. He's going to drive, put up a shot, rolls around, no good. Harrison trying to keep it alive that time. Ethan Harrison gets a hand on it but can't collect it. Now quickly up court is Winfield. 3-point shot knocked down by Micah Burke.
Huge shot by Burke there to even things up with just under 5 to go.
Tie ball game, 47 is our score. 4:51 on the clock, less than 5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. 3rd place action here from the Clopton tournament. Louisiana still slowing things down a little on offense.
Yeah, they're looking to just get the best look they possibly can at this moment. Every chance you have the ball right now is very, very vital.
Wyatt Martin sees a little bit of an opening, looks to drive, and a foul's called.
Yeah, Nickel tried to take a charge there, a little bit of a flop, and he got called for it. It's going to send Martin to the line for for a 1-on-1.
8 team fouls for the Winfield Warriors.
That's Nickel's 4th.
So 4 on Nichols and 4 on Creech.
Yep, 4 on both of their best 2 players right now. So for Louisiana, I think you look to go at them offensively.
Wyatt Martin puts up the shot. Free throw's good. That'll earn him another. Lumley's getting ready to check into the ball game.
And Lumley's kind of had a quiet game offensively, but he's done a good job defensively guarding Nickel at times.
Wyatt Martin looks to make it a 2-point lead. Free throws up, in and out, no good. McCormick with the rebound. McCormick's going to put the shot up off the glass. It's no good. Rebound hauled down by Palmer. Quickly ahead to Creech. Creech thought he saw an opening, nothing there. He's going to kick it back out to Burke. Burke looks to drive. Now shot put up, right elbow, air ball, no good. Nichols looking for the foul that time, doesn't get it. Winfield keeps it alive. They have possession and set things back up again on offense. Again, Louisiana up by 1, 48-47 the score. Creech has the ball right wing, guarded by Weber. Creech looks to drive, and a foul's called.
Yeah, Weber's going to pick up a little forearm check there. It was a good move by Creech to drive by him. And that'll send him to the line for 1-on-1 again.
A chance to tie it up or take the lead for Brady Creech and the Winfield Warriors.
I said it earlier, but the rest of this game, just under 4 minutes, each time you get fouled, you're going to the line. These are all very, very important.
Creech's first free throw is up, rolls around and in, ties the ball game up at 48. Creech is going to eye his second, and a chance to take a lead for Winfield. Shots up off the front of the rim, no good. Loose ball, last touch by the Warriors. Palmer got a hand on it.
Looks like Logan's checking back into the game for Ethan Harrison.
No full court pressure from Winfield.
We'll see how patient Louisiana will be here with it knotted up now.
So Weber brings it across half court, gets it in the hands of McCormick. Now to Lumley near free throw line and back into the hands of McCormick and then to Lumley at the top of the key. Richards not in the ball game right now for Louisiana. It's Wyatt Martin not in the ball game either. It's Wyatt Harrison, Cooper Lumley, Latrell Weber, Jack Logan, and Kenny McCormick for Louisiana. McCormick's going to put up the three-point shot. Left wing, it's good.
Big shot by McCormick and a timeout by Coach Smith. Good find by Logan. Winfield's done a really good job of kind of taking Logan away, and he found Kenny McCormick there. Big shot.
Louisiana retakes the lead with 3:16 on the clock. 51-48 is the score. The Louisiana Bulldogs leading the Winfield Warriors. You're listening to Clopton Tournament action on Eagle 102.
Clopton Tournament coverage brought to you by Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction, Center Locker Service, and PJ Salon.
I'm Tylee Mills, the CEO of Pike County Memorial Hospital. You've heard it from your friends, family, and even neighbors. They choose Pike County Memorial Hospital. Quality care from quality people. Pike County Memorial Hospital.
Follow area high school sports throughout the season on Eagle 102. Brought to you by Shelter Insurance Agent Tim Jenkins, Veolia Landscape Supply, Royal Banks, and a taste of Philly.
51-48 is the score. So that was a big shot. That was a big bucket by McCormick.
Yeah, big bucket by McCormick. He's been relatively quiet. That was his third three of the night. But it came at a time when Louisiana was kind of becoming stagnant. So maybe that'll get him going here with 3 minutes to go in this game.
And Coach Smith has rotated his lineup throughout the game, and we've seen a lot of changes in the second quarter here as well.
Yeah, we've seen a lot more substituting, which is something we haven't really seen from them a ton in the previous few games. But with Richards back, that definitely provides more off the bench for sure.
Richards in the ball game now along with Lumley, as is Wyatt Harrison, Jack Logan, and Kenny McCormick on the bench right now. Wyatt Martin, who we've touched on several times, has been a key factor in the ball game this evening. Creech and Nickel both playing with 4 fouls. Driving, putting up a shot for the Winfield Warriors. It's no good. Kenny McCormick with a big rebound there. The shot was missed by Kindman.
Yeah, big rebound by Kenny. Not the tallest guy on the floor, but huge rebound.
Donovan Richards backs out near half court, looks to set up the Bulldog offense. Under 3 minutes to go in the ballgame, and Louisiana leads by 3. Kenny McCormick, right side, pass into Lumley. Lumley, nice shot off the glass.
Yeah, great find by McCormick on Lumley. Coach Smith runs that play quite a bit, and it's always successful. It's a little slip to the bucket on a fake screen.
Good finish with the left hand by Lumley. Creech with the ball, top of the key. He sees an opening. He's going to drive and then kick it out. 3-point shot put up by Palmer, and it's good.
Good find by Creech again. He really creates for Winfield very well.
Looked like Palmer must have had a toe on the line as they only got 2. For that one, 53-50 is the score. 2-12, steal by Winfield, driving, putting up the shot as Nichols. Actually looked like good D from Richards, but he's going to get the foul.
Yeah, he might have got him on the wrist a little bit. It was a good run through, but it's going to send Nickel to the line for 2.
And the key, as we're taught from when we're really, really little, if you're going to foul him on the layup, make sure it doesn't go in.
Yeah, make sure it counts if you're going to foul him.
Nichols' first free throw, off the rim, off the glass, and in. And it's now a 2-point ball game with 2:09 to go. Third place action from the Clopton tournament, a game that Winfield led for most of the early portion of the ball game. Then Louisiana took over, and now it's been knotted up here down the stretch. Second free throw by Nickel up, no good. Rebound by the Bulldogs. Jack Logan comes away with it, and Louisiana sets up their offense. With a 2-point lead, driving, putting up a shot high off the glass is Wyatt Harrison.
And that might have been, I don't know who they're going to call it on. It's on, I believe they called it on Palmer.
As we referenced the fouls, had mentioned earlier, it's key that there are 4 for Nickel, 4 for Creech, and now 4 for Palmer for the Winfield Warriors.
Yep, so 3 of their stars with 4, and Wyatt Harrison with a chance here to extend the lead.
And that was just Wyatt trying to get to the hole and picking up the foul.
Yeah, and it was a good job, and capitalizes on the first.
Makes free throw number 1, earns him another. 9 team fouls now for Winfield, also 8 for Louisiana, which could also be key.
Yep, from here on out, every foul, send it to the line.
Wyatt Harrison seconds up, it rolls around, no good. Rebound hauled down by Creech. 3-point lead for Louisiana. Quickly up court, driving, putting up a shot, no good. Rebound pulled down that time by Logan. It was the missed layup attempt where he had to contort just a little bit to get it off by Micah Burke. So it was no good, and Louisiana now has the ball and is setting things back up on offense with about a minute and a half and a 3-point lead.
And you're going to see Winfield probably pick up the pressure defensively here, down by 3.
Kenny McCormick, 3-point shot, knocks it down from the right wing.
Huge shot by Kenny McCormick in the corner to extend the lead to 6.
Big bucket by McCormick, especially in a spot where Winfield isn't really in a great position to foul. 3-point shot now put up by Micah Burke, and it's good.
And Burke answers right back with a tough shot of his own.
57-54, timeout with 1:12 on the clock. You're listening to Clopton Tournament action on Eagle 102.
Clopton Tournament coverage brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, Bolin Chevrolet, Sun Window Company, and Rick Rod House Insurance Agency.
Royal Banks is your community bank with locations throughout St. Louis, St. Charles, Northeast Missouri, Granite City, and Jerseyville, Illinois. A Royal Bank branch is not far away. Royal Banks bring experienced staff and products and services designed to meet your professional and personal financial needs. Investing in our communities, one client at a time. Call 314-212-1500 today. Royal Banks of Missouri, member FDIC and equal opportunity lender.
The area's best coverage of high school sports on Eagle 102, brought to you by Pike County Health Department, People's Savings Bank, and All Parts.
Greg, that was a big 3 from each team.
Yeah, back and forth. I mean, McCormick's was a contested 3 from the corner. Then Winfield came right back, and Micah Burke made another big one as well to cut it to a 3-point lead with 1:12 to go here.
Warriors fans almost needed that 3-point shot with Louisiana stretching it out to 6 with just over a minute to go.
Yeah, if they wouldn't have scored on that possession, it gets real tough because you go down by 6 with about a minute to go. And you have to look at probably start to foul pretty quick.
And neither ball club is in a good position for fouling, even more so Winfield, being that they have 3 key players with 4 fouls apiece and 9 team fouls. So Louisiana has the ball with 1 minute to go in this ball game. Wyatt Harrison has it at the top of the key. He's being guarded by Creech. Kenny McCormick loses the handle for a second, now gets inside to Jack Logan, who's going to back things out for Louisiana. Donovan Richards drives, kicks it back to Logan. Again, looks to penetrate, see if something there. If not, kicks it back out. Now Logan, again, drives right side to Richards. We're down to 40 seconds.
Yeah, and it's really important right now for Louisiana to just take care of the ball.
Gets away from Wyatt Harrison, poked away by the Warriors, but McCormick comes away with it. They get it back up top to Harrison.
And Nickel was forced to foul, and that's going to be his 5th.
And he knows it. Has to tuck back in the jersey. He just untucked real quickly. Head towards the sideline. And now to the bench.
And I believe that'll bring on the other Nickel.
57-54 is the score. Peter Nickel, the three-point shooter for the Winfield Warriors, takes a seat with 5 fouls. 10 team fouls now for Winfield. So there'll be a pair from Wyatt Harrison.
And he knocks down the first, makes him 2 for 3 from the line. This next one's big as well.
We should probably share that with everybody because it's kind of hidden knowledge that free throws are important down the stretch, right?
Yeah, very, very important.
Wyatt Harrison with a chance for another. It's up, no good. Winfield comes away with the rebound. 25 seconds. They quickly get up court, driving, putting up a shot. No foul. Micah Burke misses it. And then the loose ball ends up in the hands of Caden Kindman, who knocks down the 3.
Yeah, ball just got tipped right out to him, right spot at the right time, and he knocked down a huge shot. We've got 17 seconds left, and it's a 1-point ball game.
We have a quick timeout called. 58-57 is the score. Louisiana leads by 1. You're listening to Clopton Tournament action on Eagle 102.
Clopton Tournament coverage brought to you by Pogue Ford, Silex Banking Company, and Bowling Green Veterinary Clinic.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of the community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned pharmacies. There's one right here. Health Mart pharmacists have a personal commitment to their communities because, just like you, they support their community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned and hometown proud.
Louisiana is a Health Mart town. Family Drug Health Mart Pharmacy. The right people, the right price, right downtown. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Area high school sports on Eagle 102. Brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center, Pike County Memorial Hospital, and Community State Bank of Missouri.
16.9 seconds and a 1-point lead for the Louisiana Bulldogs over the Winfield Warriors. Jack Logan, bounce pass into McCormick. McCormick back to Logan.
Looks like they got Burke with the foul on McCormick just before he gave it up.
Okay, so a quick whistle will send us back to the free throw line.
And that was a good drawn-up play by Coach Matt Smith to get the ball inbounded there with Winfield's pressure.
So the Warriors saw less than 2 seconds disappear from the clock, and the Bulldogs go back to the free throw line.
And McCormick's going to have 2 shots here, and as we've said over and over, free throws are important down the stretch of a game.
Louisiana still has 1 foul. Away from the 2, away from the double bonus?
Yeah, I believe so.
Ooh. Free throws up by McCormick, rolls around, doesn't go in. Still a 1-point ball game. 58-57. Louisiana leading the Winfield Warriors. 3rd place on the line at the Clopton tournament. McCormick's next free throw is up and in, making it a 2-point lead. And again, timeout. 59-57. Bulldogs lead the Warriors. Clopton tournament action. 3rd place play here on Eagle 102.
Clopton Tournament coverage brought to you by Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Northeast Missouri Title Company, and Meyer Implement Company.
This is Tara Grody, and People's Savings Bank is excited to announce the Bobcat debit card. People's Savings Bank believes in giving back to the communities we serve, and that begins with the school district. Every time you use your Bobcat debit card as a credit, People's Savings Bank will give the school district 5 cents. That may not sound like a lot of money, but since starting this program 6 years ago, PSB has been able to give back over $120,000. Open an account online at ourpsb.com or stop by our branch. We are the one with a bright blue roof. Start earning the Bowling Green School District money today just by using your debit card. Member FDIC.
Follow area high school sports on KJFM Radio. Brought to you by Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Young Enterprises, and Family Drug.
15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. 2-point lead for Louisiana, who you would have to say is in the driver's seat. They've got a 2-point lead, and they've got the Winfield Warriors in a bad situation from a foul standpoint.
Yeah, they're definitely in the driver's seat, but they got to be careful here. You never want to foul them, but you also don't want to give up an easy shot.
Winfield inbounds after the made free throw from Louisiana. Brady Creech with the ball. Creech going to drive, gets a good look at a layup, but doesn't get it to fall.
Yeah, and that was a great look at the bucket. He got fouled, but with a great opportunity to finish there, and he just rolled off the rim. But he's got a chance, 2 shots here to tie it up.
He's finished some buckets like that in this ball game, did a good job of switching hands.
Yeah, he switched it to his left there kind of midair, and as you said, he's finished a lot of tough baskets.
6.4 seconds on the clock. Brady Creech knocks down the first free throw, so he's got a chance to tie it from the free throw line.
We've got just over 6 seconds left here. On a miss, Louisiana has to box out here.
Creech eyes the second, puts it up. Free throw's good. Tie ball game, 59.
No timeout.
6 seconds left. Wyatt Harrison cross half court, gets it to Jack Logan. Logan to McCormick. McCormick, 3, right wing.
Oh.
No good. At the end of 4 quarters of play, it's knotted up at 59.
And that was a good look for McCormick, and it looked good the whole way, just a little bit long.
Louisiana doing a good job of getting that final shot up there. The shot was no good. The ball game's tied after 4 quarters. Overtime headed your direction. 3rd place action from the Clopton tournament. More coming your way right here on Eagle 102.
Clopton Tournament coverage brought to you by McMailer & Sons Backhoe and Excavating, Calumet of Missouri, and Community State Bank of Missouri.
Ingram Plumbing has always been known for its outstanding plumbing service. But did you know that Ingram's is also the largest retail plumbing supply store in the area? We carry Delta faucets, a complete line of Whirlpool tubs and showers, jacuzzi pumps, and many other specialty items. Stop by Ingram Plumbing today, Highway 61, Bowling Green.
High school sports on your area sports leader, Eagle 102. Brought to you by Bowling Green Tractor, Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, and Ingram Plumbing.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
Well, Greg Pitzer, about an hour and a half ago, we said that we would know who's claimed 3rd place at the Clopton tournament. We've got another 4 minutes to go.
Yeah, we got another 4 minutes. Overtime here at the Clopton tournament for 3rd place.
Jack Logan to jump center for the Louisiana Bulldogs. Caden Kineman for the Winfield Warriors. 59-59 is our score from Clopton High School. We still have a championship game to follow this one. Good ball game, Clopton against Ellsbury. That will be coming up. This 3rd place game sees the Louisiana Bulldogs against the Winfield Warriors headed to overtime, tied up at 59. The tip controlled by the Winfield Warriors.
And both teams will be in the double bonus here as well, so every foul is 2 shots.
Driving, looking to put up a shot, nothing there, bounce pass. Working around Winfield, turnaround in the lane, put up no good by Lumley. We talked about it before as Louisiana comes up, set up their offense. The foul situation, not working Winfield's favor going to overtime.
No, Louisiana is definitely in a better spot. I think if you're Louisiana, whoever Creech is guarding, you need to attack with him.
Weber with the ball to Lumley, swings it around to McCormick. Louisiana 1 foul away from the double bonus. Winfield already in the double bonus. Nickel checked out of the ball game with 5 fouls. Creech and Palmer both playing with 5. Driving, putting up the shot is Lumley, and he's fouled.
And we'll see who this is on.
If it goes against Palmer, no, it went against Burke, as you said. So if it were to go against Palmer, Burke's got, 3 fouls?
Yeah, Burke has 3. Palmer has 4 as well.
Lumley looks to break the tie with a free throw that's up. It's no good. Still tied at 59. Almost a minute disappearing from overtime. We've got 3:08 left in this third place game at the Clopton tournament. Lumley's second shot is up and it's good. Gives Louisiana a 1-point lead. Winfield inbounds. Creech cross half court, picked up by Wyatt Harrison. Harrison sticking with Creech. Creech looks to drive and he's fouled.
And Harrison thought he got it clean there, and he's asking the ref, and the ref says he got him on the wrist. And I believe that'll be Harrison's 4th. That's 5 on Harrison, actually.
So Wyatt Harrison going to leave the ball game, and that's big. He's been as effective as anybody guarding whether it was nickel or Creech in this ball game.
And that brings back in Wyatt Martin, who's had a strong game. And he'll definitely help out on the rebounds.
Louisiana with a 1-point lead, 60-59 the score, 2:59 to go here in overtime. Weber on the court along with Martin, Lumley, Jack Logan, and Kenny McCormick. Creech misses the first free throw, gets a second. Second free throw is up. It's good. That ties it up again at 60. Winfield's abandoned their full court pressure.
Yeah, I think at this stage of the game, you don't want to give up anything cheap. Just try to lock it down in the half court.
Weber to Martin to Lumley. Lumley right side to McCormick. McCormick tries to go right back to Lumley. Nothing there. Louisiana looking for a high percentage shot. McCormick drives into the paint, dishes it off to Lumley. Lumley intercepts the pass. A nice look to Martin.
Yeah, it's a beautiful find to Martin, and Martin with another finish down low.
62-60, 2-point lead for Louisiana. 2:23 on the clock. Creech with the ball, top of the key, left side. Creech to Kindman, back up top to Burke. He dishes it off to Sean Nickel. Winfield working outside the arc, looking for a good shot. Creech with it now, top of the key again, guarded by Lumley, hits a cutting Kindman. Kindman puts up the maybe small running hook.
Yeah, kind of a little baby hook shot there, and he found the bottom of the net. Just under 2 to go, and we're knotted up again.
62 all the score. Weber left side to Martin. Back to Weber, top of the key. 1:37 on the clock. Jack Logan calling for a screen from Martin. And we're going to have a foul called.
And that's going to be on Kindman, and that'll send Logan to the line for 2. And this is what you want if you're Louisiana, your best scorer at the line with 2 free throws.
It's overtime, both teams in the double bonus. Winfield, more players in foul trouble, but both teams have seen a player leave the court as well. Wyatt Harrison is out of this ball game. He fouled out in overtime. Fouling out in the fourth quarter would be Peter Nickel for the Winfield Warriors. First free throw is up and good by Logan. Second free throw is up and good by Logan. So Louisiana is now up 64-62. Driving baseline is Micah Burke, and he's fouled.
And that'll be 2 more free throws for Winfield.
So it could quickly turn into which is the better free throw shooting ball club down the stretch.
Yes, it could. And that Weber just picked up his 5th foul as well. So that'll bring Richards back onto the court. So 2 Bulldogs now fouled out.
We mentioned early in the game Richards' first appearance since the Monroe City tournament. Shots put up by Burke, no good. Not a horrible position if you see a player leave the court and then you're having to put in Donovan Richards.
No, that's never a bad thing to see. I mean, Donovan's the usual starter, so he's just working himself back into playing.
Second free throw put up, it's good, which makes it a 1-point ball game again. Micah Burke walks away with 1 of 2 of those free throws. Jack Logan now sees a little seam in the paint, drives, and he's tied up.
I think it's going to stay with the Bulldogs. That's a big play by the Winfield defense.
Mixed reaction from the combined fan base. Sean Nichols was the one wrapping up Jack Logan that time. So Louisiana will inbound. Donovan Richards, trigger man, gets into McCormick. To Wyatt Martin, back up top to McCormick. Louisiana works it around. 109, and we've got a foul called.
I believe that's the fourth on Burke, and that'll send Lumley to the line for 2. And on the night, Lumley is 1 of 2 from the free throw line.
Big free throws for Cooper Lumley. Louisiana has a 1-point lead. 64-63 is the score, with the clock frozen right now at 1:08. Lumley's first one's up off the front of the rim, no good. Lumley will get one more and a chance to stretch it back to a 2-point lead for Louisiana. Lumley's second free throw is good.
So just about a minute to go here. Bulldogs up by 2.
1:03 on the clock, 65-63 the score. Brady Creech with the ball in his hands, dishes it to Burke. Burke's going to drive, and he's fouled.
And right now it seems like the refs are kind of calling every little contact.
At which point, if we just see quick penetration after quick penetration, it's possible this last 57 seconds could take almost an hour.
Yeah, you're not lying. I've seen a lot of games like this.
Micah Burke knocks down his first free throw. And knocking down his second, ties it up again at 65 with 57 seconds on the clock. Light pressure from Winfield. Louisiana brings it across half court. Jack Logan, he's being guarded by Kindman. He's got the ball near the hash mark on the left side. And we've got a timeout. Louisiana with 42.6 seconds on the clock. Knotted up at 65. Third place action from the Clopton tournament here on KJFM Radio.
Clopton tournament coverage brought to you by the Mercantile Bank, Young Enterprises Incorporated, and Pepsi.
Hey, this is Ryan with Mid-America Auto and Towing in Bowling Green, and we've got the lot looking good and ready to go. We've got something for everybody's budget. We have a constant rotation of new inventory, including cars, trucks, and SUVs. So if you're out and you're looking for a new car, come by and see me. The Mid-America Auto and Towing, just off Highway 54 in Bowling Green, is a one-stop shop. Like us on Facebook or check out our website, midamericaautoandtowing.com.
The most complete coverage of high school sports is on Eagle 102, and it's brought to you by Mid-America Auto and Towing, the Mercantile Bank, and Pike County Mutual Insurance.
Clopton tournament action on Eagle 102. Gordon Sanders, Greg Pitzer from Clopton High School. The Louisiana Bulldogs, Winfield Warriors tied up at 65. And probably the overwhelming thought would be get it to Jack Logan.
Yeah, I mean, I would believe that's where Coach Smith wants to go, is get the ball to your best scorer and kind of let him get going here.
Historically, a solid free throw shooter.
Yes, he's 8 of 9 from the line tonight as well, so he's feeling pretty confident there.
The clock's rolling, under 40 seconds. Louisiana has the ball. The ball game's tied up at 65. Every possession important moving forward. Lumley with it. Left wing gives up his dribble, gets it back into the hands of Jack Logan. Creech can't foul him. Creech has already got 4. McCormick now up top to Richards. Will they look for a last shot?
I believe that's what they're doing. They're trying to stall out here, and with about 12 seconds to go, they're going to get a look.
So McCormick's got it. We'll see who decides to give a foul here. It's possible if they get it into the wrong hands that will happen. Wyatt Martin near the free throw line. Goes to Donovan Richards. 4 seconds, 3 seconds, foul called.
And there's a big foul, and of all people, Donovan Richards going to the line for 2 on his comeback game.
I think he took a knee in the thigh, and Palmer for the Winfield Warriors is going to end up taking a seat.
Yep, that's Palmer's 5th. And in comes Logan Keel, who hasn't really seen much action tonight, but I don't believe the coach Winfield has any other option. Short bench.
Each ball club has seen 2 players take a seat with foul trouble. Both teams in the double bonus. Tied up at 65. Donovan Richards, his first action since the Monroe City tournament's at the free throw line.
Oh my, he banks it in.
Just that confident. 1 point lead for Louisiana as Donovan Richards makes his first free throw and has a chance to make it a 2-point game.
And it's important here, whether on a make or a miss, don't give up a clean run out for Louisiana, but you also don't want to foul at all because that sends Winfield to the line.
Nobody down low rebounding for Louisiana. Free throw, no good. Timeout, Winfield. 2.4 seconds on the clock. We'll keep it here. 66-65 is the score. Louisiana leading by 1 right now, and you've seen this play out a number of times.
Yeah, I mean, I've been a part of these kind of games in my career when I was younger, and I mean, it was interesting right there to take a timeout and let Louisiana get set defensively in a full court press rather than just let the game play out with the 3 seconds and probably get a look somewhere around in between half court and the 3-point line, which would be a good look in the circumstances.
The second missed free throw changes things a little bit in that, but you still don't have a lot of time. There's 3 seconds on the clock, but a shot inside the arc would get you the win, not the tie now.
Yeah, and as you said, I don't really think it changes much with 3 seconds. I think Winfield's going to look to inbound this somewhere around half court, somewhere up around in there, or on a run out.
And expecting a deep shot more than likely?
Yeah, well, 3 seconds, you got about 3 dribbles as a player, so you can probably get to around mid, in between that 3-point and half-court range, somewhere in there, and get a shot up. That's probably the goal. That's the best you can hope for at this moment.
Third place on the line, 3 seconds left in overtime of this ball game. Louisiana has a 1-point lead, 66-65.
It looks like Louisiana's going to double Creech.
And it looks like just wanted to see what was going on and opted for another timeout.
Yeah, I think that's a good move by Louisiana. Coach Matt Smith again, see what Winfield's going to come out in, and so you can set up your defense. And we'll see if Winfield's coach will change what they want to do now.
Obviously, Coach Smith having to make his adjustments. Did you see anything from that inbounds?
Well, right there, I mean, it looked like Louisiana was going to double Creech, which I think is a good move. It looked like they might have been trying to run Creech off some sort of double screen and get him running up the sideline on a run out with the ball. But it's hard to tell.
From a Winfield standpoint, Peter Nickel not in the ball game. He's one of their best shooters, so it won't end up, obviously, in his hands.
Yeah, Peter Nickel losing him in the fourth quarter right here in this situation, it's huge because he's your best shooter on the team. And he'd be a guy you'd probably look to get the ball in this circumstance.
3 seconds on the clock, 66-65 the score. The Louisiana Bulldogs leading the Winfield Warriors in overtime. Third place action at the Clopton tournament. Both teams in the double bonus. Both teams have already had 2 players exit the ball game with 5 fouls apiece. And both teams, I think, have a couple players with 4 fouls still in the game. Inbounding the ball is Winfield. Quickly getting it to Creech. Creech down to Nickel. Nickel's a runner from 3. No good. And no fouls called.
No fouls. It was a good look for Winfield. He didn't get it off, but it was a good look.
Louisiana wins third place at the Clopton tournament, 66-65 with a defensive stand at the end. The missed shot by the Winfield Warriors, and that's how third place wraps up here at Clopton. Is Louisiana winning in overtime by a score of 66-65. You're listening to Clopton tournament action on Eagle 102.
The Eagle 102 postgame show is coming up.
The Mercantile Bank of Louisiana is introducing Merc BK Mobile with the ability to take a picture of your check and deposit it into your Mercantile Bank account. You'll never have to worry about getting to the bank. Find more information by visiting mercbk.com. The Mercantile Bank, located on the corner of 3rd and Georgia Streets in downtown Louisiana. Member FDIC.
Bundle at Pike County Mutual Insurance and save. Ask about the great rates on your personal vehicle, farm trucks, big or small, or even your motorcycle and side-by-side. Stop by and see myself, Corey Buchanan, or Kathy Gam at your hometown insurance company since 1895. Pike County Mutual Insurance on the square in Bowling Green.
It's definitely fun, though.
From the classic cheesesteak and rich crab cake, a taste of Philly in Bowling Green is a fan favorite. A meal ready for you before or after the game, and game day jerseys are welcome. Open 7 days a week. A taste of Philly. Business Highway 54 West in Bowling Green.
The best coverage of high school sports on KJFM is brought to you by County Market in Louisiana and Vandalia, Perkins Electrical Services, and Bowling Green Pharmacy.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana. Time now for the Eagle 102 postgame show on KJFM.
The Louisiana Bulldogs claimed third place at the Clopton tournament with a 66-65 overtime win over the Winfield Warriors. A hard-fought ball game. Greg Pitzer, the Warriors came out strong, and they battled right down the stretch.
Yeah, they came out very strong in the first quarter, and Louisiana played really well in the second quarter. But Winfield, they hung in there and battled down the stretch throughout the foul trouble and forced the game into overtime, and Louisiana just hung on, played just well enough to win it.
Both teams had issues from a fouling standpoint in a game that I think didn't start off foul heavy. They just kept stacking up.
Yeah, both teams were playing pretty physical and going to the rim a lot in the second half, and the fouls started to add up. And fortunately for Louisiana, a lot of their kind of core players stayed out of foul trouble, whereas Winfield's didn't.
Saw a key three-point shooter, a key offensive player who never really got on track in Peter Nickel exit the ball game. He did knock down a couple threes, and he did contribute offensively, but he didn't have the kind of hot stretch that we've seen from him at times.
Yeah, he definitely, he had some timely shots, but he didn't blow the game open, which was big for Louisiana. They kind of contained him, and they did a very good job defensively with that.
And part of that was the defense of Wyatt Harrison, who ended up exiting the game for Louisiana in overtime.
Yeah, Wyatt's a good on-ball defender, really hustles. He doesn't score a lot, and he's not asked to. He knows his role on the team, and he did a good job defensively tonight.
Congratulations again to the Louisiana Bulldogs on third place. We'll do a quick wrap-up of scoring from this ball game.
Yeah, we'll start with the Louisiana Bulldogs. Wyatt Harrison finished with 2. Lumley finished with 7. Wyatt Martin with the big game off the bench, 24 points, led the Bulldogs. Donovan Richards, only 1 point, but it was the game-winning free throw in overtime. Then Jack Logan had 17, McCormick with 13. For Winfield, Burke had 19, led them. Creech had 16. Peter Nickel, who we've talked about quite a bit, had 12. Caden Kindman with 12. And Caden Palmer with 6 to close out.
That scoring from the third-place game, the Louisiana Bulldogs downing the Winfield Warriors by a score of 66-65. Greg Pitzer, thank you for joining us this evening.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a joy. Had a good time doing it. Look forward to doing it again in the future.
And it was nice to see Donovan Richards back.
Yes, it was. I know the team's been looking forward to that, and he's been looking forward to it, so absolute great to see him back, and the game-winning free throw. What more can you ask for? Greg, have a great evening. Thank you, sir. Yes, thank you. Have a good one. We've got championship action headed your direction. The Clopton Hawks and the Ellsbury Indians are on the court. We'll reset things, and we've got that for you coming up. Again, the third-place game, the Louisiana Bulldogs defeating the Winfield Warriors in overtime, 66-65. You're listening to Clopton Tournament action on Eagle 102.
Clopton Tournament coverage brought to you by Lynn's Heritage House, Knight Equipment Company, and Advanced Physical Therapy.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Some never even fill their prescription, even if they don't feel well. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, your local Health Mart pharmacy is here to help. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Some of my fondest childhood memories are from volunteering with my grandmother. Helping others was her passion. She'd always say, "The sweetest fruits of life come from serving others." And she was